enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time.
That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good. Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh, good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you welcome into another edition of Braylon Lee's Virtual Tour Live. We are live on tour. So glad to have you here. By the way, this morning I will be watching Spindle Station, the village that is Villains Land at Walt Disney World Resort, and I have to tell you, seeing it the second time around, it makes you want to tear up because it's just like, if we could recognize that maybe we shouldn't move the goalposts all the time, but if we're going to place the goalpost, let's place the goalpost where it needs to be for quality and not moving it because we want to do what we want to do, how we want to do it, when we want to do it, because of hierarchy or classism and this and the third. We can just allow people in the door for a chance and we get something like that. Be beautiful. This morning we are here to talk about Stephen A. Smith. Apparently he's upset with the National Association of Black Journalists. Oh my God, what else is new? Let's talk about it because higher is waiting, low is available. But either way, we got to go on to it. Yes, indeed, we do. Let me take down this iconic intro here, this black iconic intro here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. One thing to know, and two things for sure. Over here on this channel, a lot happens early. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Now this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it off right. But whenever you start the daylight, a lot happens early. Can you feel it when I say?
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Dirty.
Early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is a new morning. Julie Chen, Moonves, and Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You're absolutely right. On this channel right here, a lot happens early. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully all is well for each and every single one of you, and to all of the Disney content creators on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. I'm still calling it Twitter, yes. YouTube and everywhere in between. May you go forth, prosper, and showcase that. Guess what? Disney still has some magic left in them, and that's all that was last night. And if you're looking for that to happen in real life, Disney's not going to do that. I'm gonna let you know that right now. But it is nice to wonder what could have been. With that said, let's get to somebody else who works at the Walt Disney Company, specifically ESPN, Stephen A. Smith. Now, this report came out from Beyond Awful Announcing not too long ago here. A new era in Bristol, Connecticut. ESPN is looking to turn the page on embrace debate. Executive Mike Foss cited internal research showing that ESPN's brand of synthetic debate isn't resonating with audiences the way it used to. Okay. There. This came out July 31st, 2026, so not too long ago. ESPN is trying to distance itself from the studio format that built its daytime lineup for the better part of 2 decades, according to new reporting from Puck's John Oran. At a Bristol town hall that week, newly elevated executive Mike Foss told a room of roughly 100 staffers and talent that he wants the network to embrace authenticity rather than manufacture conflict. If you don't know what ESPN stands for, it stands for the Entertainment Sports Programming Network. So basically what I'm getting from this is we need to be more about sports and showcasing the entertaining energy from the minutia of what's happening in sports rather than trying to be entertaining in terms of personality and putting sports to the side, but sports should be the priority. That's what I'm getting from this report here from Awful Announcing. By the way, shout out to Sam Newman for this report. Foss promoted 2 months ago to Executive Vice President and Executive Editor of Sports News and Entertainment. Brought in internal research showing ESPN's brand of synthetic debate isn't resonating with viewers the way it used to. He wasn't asking combat personalities to change who they are. Stephen A. Smith wasn't mentioned by name, but nobody in the room needed him to be. When you can say what needs to be said, it's like, oh, yeah, that's him. The distinction Foss drew was between talent being genuinely combative on their own and producers pairing up people specifically to manufacture disagreement. Now, I remember forever First Lady Michelle Obama saying that, Stephen A. Smith is like one of the housewives, which, housewives, the producers of the housewives, right, do pair up people specifically to manufacture disagreement. So Michelle Obama was right, as always, and Stephen A. Smith is a loser. Let's continue on here. In his write-up, Orland points to shows like Pardon the Interruption, where hosts are just likely to be found agreeing with each other as they are to be closer to what he wants. Orland points to shows like Pardon the Interruption, or PTI, where hosts are just as likely to be found agreeing with each other as they are to being closer to what he wants going forward. Awful Announcing has learned that the meeting itself was a standard monthly gathering Foss holds regularly, though turnout ran well above normal with football season approaching. Notably, the room included a wave of first-time attendees from the NFL Network. Now, if you're wondering, well, Brandon, what's going on with the NFL Network? I'm so glad you asked. The NFL now owns 10% of ESPN. Yeah, I know. And because of that, ESPN, right, now owns NFL Red Zone, NFL Films, the NFL Network, of course. I believe they also own NFL Plus. And so there were a lot of losses in terms of guys because the redundancy or the churn, right, of people at the NFL Network. So just wanted you guys to know. So yes, the NFL now owns a part of ESPN. Just in case you guys did not know. Now that the SSL from the layoffs that hit that group particularly hard, Awful Announcing has also learned that a return to a more highlight-centric sports center came up as a specific example of the kind of show Foss wants, moving away from the manufacturer debate and toward their authentic individual identities. So it reminds me of the intro that Rich Eisen did. Remember when he came back to do Sports Center? And it was a beautiful job that he did. It really was. And, the tribute to Stuart Scott was amazing. And I know if Stuart Scott was here, my God, that reunion would have been amazing. Rich and Stu, the podcast, would have been something special. For sure. And not to mention, too, I like this take because when you have to manufacture moments are temporary, experiences are permanent. When you get to experience the gravity, the breadth, the depth, the weight, and the magnitude of somebody's identity over a period of time, it's more memorable. And it's also more tangible for the audience to connect to. The strategy ESPN is now trying to move forward from is inseparable from one executive, Jamie Horowitz. He joined ESPN in 2006 as a senior producer and left in 2014 as vice president of original programming and production. In between, he helped create Sports Nation, Obelman, Numbers Never Lie, and the one that mattered most, First Take. First Take didn't launch as a debate show. It started in 2007, hosted by Dana Jacobson and Jay Crawford as an evolution of ESPN2's morning show called Pizza. Part news, part variety, part debate. Skip Bayless, on Fridays, he calls himself Bayless, was on the show from that first year, but by his own account, the format was still finding itself. we were still kind of this hybrid morning variety show plus sports debate, which was pretty weird in 2007, 2009. But it was recalled on the Say Still show last year. The pivot came in August of 2011 where Horowitz restructured the show into 2 straight hours of argument. Embrace debate, which I did love. I did love it. That's interesting for Skip Bayless, who has really created a career on takes. The fact that he did not love the philosophy of embrace debate is quite interesting. Bayless continued. We were told by a lot of people in the hallways in those days that this would be career-wide for everybody involved. For Jamie, for me, for anybody who was on the inside of the new First Take, that it would collapse quickly, and the rest is Braves history. That same year, Stephen A. Smith returned to ESPN full-time after being fired by ESPN. Set up the pairing that will come to define the format for the next decade. It worked, and ESPN leaned in as the phrase "embrace debate" became shorthand for the network's entire daytime identity, well beyond First Take itself. Horowitz left ESPN in 2014 for a 3-month stint, running NBC's Today Show that ended in his firing before he officially took over. He landed at Fox in 2015 as the president of Fox National Networks, of course Fox Sports 1 and Fox Sports 2, and immediately tried to rebuild what he built in Bristol, Embrace Debate 2.0. Horowitz brought over Colin Cowherd, Skip Bayless, hired Shannon Sharp, and also looked to Jason Whitlock to counter ESPN, to counter program ESPN. But ultimately, Fox was just cloning ESPN's model rather than finding an actual gap in the market. Meanwhile, ESPN continued down the embrace debate ethos. If anything, the network doubled down once Bayless left for Fox in 2016, with Smith becoming the format's singular face. Smith outlasted Bayless's run at Fox, brought on Sharp as a new partner in 2023. And by the way, during this time, it became, Stephen A. versus the world. And it's interesting because with First Take, people are expecting 2 people to be there every day debating, right? And the logic here is that it gets tiring after a while of having the same 2 people, right? So First Take now has become a conversational, for some it's become a conversational article, but for others it's become a conversational cesspool where one person is the head and then everybody comes in with their take, and it's everybody's first take instead of the first take of the topic between 2 people who had the best first take, right? So let's continue on here. After Bayless and Sharp's own split and signed a 5-year, $100 million extension in 2025 that made him ESPN's highest paid talent, even now the format still trades on its own nostalgia as Bayless returned to the First Take for a one-off reunion with Smith this May. But ESPN has been chipping away at that same show's foundation all summer. Brian Clark, a First Take regular, Smith has called arguably the best NFL analyst in America, was pulled off of NFL Live mid-broadcast and laid off along with Cam Newton. Smith pushed back to ESPN's host executives and lost. The bosses know I'm not happy about this decision, he said on his YouTube show. Not happy, ESPN. Not happy. Shout out to Bob's boss from The Incredibles. I've made that very, very clear. Even ESPN's $100 million man couldn't save a colleague from the very show that made him a star. If Smith couldn't stop those layoffs, it's because this appears to be bigger than any one personality, rather. Last year, ESPN canceled potentially the most palatable show of the Embrace Debate era, Around the Horn, which has since been replaced by SportsCenter. The soon to be announced 2 p.m. show centered around Peter Schrager seems like another step away from debate and towards personality and authenticity. And I'm gonna just say this: Around the Horn with Tony Reale, very well done show. I loved it. I think that ESPN was out of their rabbit ass mind when they canceled that show. And I'm gonna tell you why, right? You got to see sports columnists, sports commentators and everybody in the world of sports come to debate for a half hour. Really should have been a full hour, because it was quite interesting, because, you know, the points mattered only based on not just if you made a good point, but also too, if you were relaying the energy of the fans in your take. And it was a great thing. And I think, you know, that could have been a launching pad for, you know, sports content creators and sports influencers who, you know, they are on the ground every day, you know, in different pockets of communities across the country. So I think Around the Horn really should have stayed on. And you want to talk about personnel authenticity. I mean, you had 30 minutes of personnel authenticity, but that's neither here nor there. Smith is still powerful inside ESPN's walls, and First Take will still be First Take, but the worldwide leader's actual growth is happening around Pat McAfee's mouth, not his. And for better or worse, that's the direction of the company now sitting on by ESPN, reportedly building a college football show around Josh Pratt and Busted with the Boys. A little sus that title, but okay. Then duo with Will Compton and Taylor Lewin instead of another debate pairing. All three built their audiences independently on YouTube and podcasts before ESPN came calling that same playbook that made McAfee work. Oh, and shout out to Kalahari, by the way. I would love to be able to go to Kalahari sometime. ESPN did invent hot takes, but perfected the assembly line for producing them. Now as the industry drifts back toward personality-driven programming, the network is still trying to prove that the assembly line can still keep pace. So it's interesting because, like I said, Michael Wilbon, shout out to him for part of the interruption, and formerly NBA Countdown, which we all know inside the NBA is the official show of the NBA. I mean, even as NBC does what they do, and of course, you know, Amazon with the beautiful Taylor Rooks, who also did a great thing with her hometown and helping people get out of medical debt. So shout out to that. We did cover that here on the show. It will always be inside the NBA for everybody. All the other shows are just, how can I put it? Imitation is the serious form of flattery, right? But I'm bringing this up because Stephen A. Smith used to be on NBA Countdown, right? And Stephen A. Smith has said he wants to get into acting, right? He said that he acts in General Hospital, but his name is Brick. That's all it is. He's a brick. Charming name for a character on national television. Just charming. But he also said that he wants to, you know, produce scripted content, and of course, you know, all celebrities are having their own production companies and recognizing that, you know, there's a freedom in that. They definitely want, you know, be about diversity, equity, inclusion, equity, and belonging, right? Nothing wrong with that. But he also said that he wants to do a late night talk show. That's the ultimate goal. Now, he also had the fantasy of being the president of the United States. Thank God he doesn't have that anymore because he would fail. But let's talk about this from awful announcing, because we are going to get to the NABJ versus Stephen A. Smith, but I gotta lead you to that there. Stephen A. Smith hopes First Take is eventually in prime time or later. Calls hosting a late night show the ultimate fantasy. Quite frankly, Stephen A., we already saw how your late night show went. So this came out September. September 17th, 2018. ESPN pundit Stephen A. Smith is known for gripes about particular elements of his lavishly compensated job, such as how difficult it is to be paid millions annually to watch NBA games, and thanks to travel and blowouts. And the most noble part of a long for the win profile of Smith from Nina Mandel with the URL for the win USA a day. Stephen A. Smith will do anything to win for ESPN, but he'd love to sleep in. Published a day after another post from Mandel of Stephen A. Smith and Teddy last sold the show on Alvarez Godwin. Maybe that Smith would prefer to host a show that starts later than First Take's current 10 a.m. Eastern time slot. Note that he is not on 7 a.m. Get Up, but from time to time he does make appearances on that show. Here's the section on that, which also includes him talking about how he loved to be a late night talk show host. This is a real thing, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Smith has, in fact, been looking beyond sports. He has a small role in his favorite soap opera, General Hospital, and he's excited to host sports series specials because he wants to show off his hosting skills. He also did a NBA watch party, as a show. Watch parties have become like a huge vertical for content. He envisions a day where he can shift to prime time or something later, something that allows him to stay up until 3 a.m. and start his day a bit later. His early wake-up time for First Take makes it difficult for him to be present at NBA game and boxing matches, something he feels is important so that the people he shouts out about rather have access to him. But his aspirations in his contract is up at ESPN 2021 during this time period, rather, y'all. Go beyond just yelling about sports. Late night for me is the ultimate fantasy. Smith says the dream. The only question I have about myself on late night is, am I going to be able to do the opening monologue? Because I'm not comedians to the Lettermans and the Lenos, the Kimballs, and back in the day with Johnny Carson, the Joe Rivers of the world, to the days of Jimmy Fallon and Stephen Colbert. These are pros. These are comedians who know how to be funny. Their job, to some degree, is to be funny, particularly with that opening monologue. That would be a challenge for me. I don't find anything else about that would be a challenge. Let's continue. Can we just point out that Stephen A. already had his chance at a late night show, quite frankly, with Stephen A. Smith, which ran for a year and a half on ESPN2 from 2005 to 2007 before it was canceled thanks to poor ratings. Part of Smith's original fall from favor at ESPN. Is anyone out there at all? Is there anyone out there? Is there anyone at all out there, rather, who wants to see more roundtable discussions with Dr. Boyce Hawkins, Method Man, and Vince Spauda on what if George W. Bush were a black man? Yes, that happened, although sadly the video doesn't seem available, or more of whatever this Stephon Marbury rant is. Okay, so this is oh my God. But sure, it's only the opening monologue. That's the challenge, not the interviews. Anyway, beyond Smith's dream of hosting a late night show, and from those comments, it sounds like his dream is a broadcast general interest and whatnot, and ESPN won't focus on sports. It's pretty remarkable to hear that he ideally wants First Take to move into prime time on late night. Of course, that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. First Take is a morning fixture in the ESPN Live at this point. It's questionable at best if a show that heavily focused on debate will play well at a different time slot, or if ESPN will be able to get anything to replace it. But won't someone please think of Stephen A. Smith's preferred sleep schedule? Stephen A.'s preferred sleep schedule. So here's the thing, right? When you are thinking about doing late night, to me, I think the late night format is broken, tired, and decrepit, right? Why rehear the day that was? We all know the day that was ish, right? Sorry, I'm scratching my back. Why hear a monologue about the day that was when we already know the day that was? It was ish, like I said. I double spoke, but I wanted to say that twice because think about it. Your day, the day that you're having, it's on your phone, it's on your laptop, it's on your desktop, it's on your laptop, or your TV. family and friends are talking about. Family and friends are talking to you about the day that was. So why would you need a monologue, right? Now there is something that Stephen A. Smith has that I think, right, could be something, right? And it's called Stephen A's List, right? This is his top 5 things of a particular topic, right? He talks about his top 5 points within that topic. If he took Stephen A's list and made that his opening monologue, there it is. But the question is, though, would you be able to transfer that from ESPN? Because, like I said, some segments are only for that show. So what Stephen A. Smith would have to do, right, is he would have to find a way to talk about what's happening in his opening monologue, right? And if he could, right, I think one of the things potentially is the holla meter. You know how he says, holla at your boy. Well, you could give topical stories and be like, all right, y'all, on a scale of nah to holla. That's how you can do the open monologue. Nah is N-A. That's how it's spelled out, N-A. But holla is H-O-L-L-A. So from nah to holla, that's the holla meter. And that's your opening monologue. But you have to think differently, right? You got to recognize, what is your skill set? How can your skill set align with your gift, right? Because here's the thing, your gift is the thing that you do with the least amount of effort. My gift is being able to talk about me. My skill set is being able to understand formatting, understand live audience, understand the schematic of what the show needs. That's the skill set, right? So your gift plus your skill set equals whatever you want to do, right? So I'm trying to give Stephen A ideas, but he has to figure out a segment that relates to himself and that his audience can see him doing in late night that is original. I don't think Stephen A. Smith can do that, because think about it. You already hear Stephen A. for 2 hours, right? Loud, obnoxious, and bloviating on First Take. Then you got the Stephen A. Smith Show on Mad Dog Radio on Sirius XM and also on his YouTube channel. Then you have Straight Shooter on Sirius XM POTUS. He's got General Hospital, Sports Center specials. He appears anywhere, everywhere for ESPN, right? And now, because of his contract, he's able to appear more often. His homes are, Fox News from time to time, but really News Nation. And honestly, to tell you the truth, I would not be surprised if Stephen A. Smith, tried to do an interview show on News Nation. I think an interview show would probably be a really good a really good jump off point before he goes into late night. But hey, I'm not his agent and I'm not his manager, right? And with that said too, right, I don't think Stephen A. Smith has unlocked the fullest potential of himself. Everybody remembers the Paris Olympics, right? Stephen A. could have took First Take over to Paris. Now, of course, you could not, showcase any of the highlights because NBC owns the Olympics, but you could have talked to celebrities and athletes that were attending the Olympics and done First Take Live for Paris, right? I've said before, Stephen A.'s Worldwide World of Sports, or Sport, which is Stephen A. Smith's Passport of Sports, where he's going around the world and talking to athletes and talking to fans and this, that, third, in a docuseries or a documentary, or in a documentary that can air in theaters across the world, right? Also, the Up for Debate podcast network, why hasn't that been launched? Also, too, Stephen A. Smith has never hosted the ESPYs. He's the face of ESPN, but he's never hosted the ESPYs. He's never hosted red carpet coverage for the ESPYs. I'm just asking questions here. I mean, the Pro Football Hall of Fame, like, was First Take live from that? And you say you want to be a part of the NFL, right? There was no better way than being in Canton, Ohio, right? But hey, like I said, Stephen A. Smith is the smart one, right? So he was at the NABJ conference, right? And we're going to watch this video from my man, Water God TV. Congratulations on 16,000 subscribers, brother. Here we go.
All right, y'all, we back on another video. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing help growth and to better understand the self. So, Stephen A. Smith and his protege, we giving out their cancellation paper today. Okay, we all know that these YT companies is pushing these black journalists to try to check the black community. And we ain't having it no more. Shout out to the National Association of Black Journalists for giving Stephen A. the thumbs down. Okay, want to give another shout out. We just canceled one of his proteges. It's no longer profitable to be out here speaking on the lineage, right? And thinking it's safe for you. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, push me on the algorithm. I greatly appreciate
And by the
that.
way, y'all, Officer, I love it. Officer Tater, he deserves to be dragged, maligned, mollywopped, pushed out, and just obliterated every shape, form, or fashion, because we all know that Officer Tater, okay, race baiting Tatum, whatever you want to call him, we know that he does not give a damn fuck or shit about black people. He said he wouldn't even cry if his son passed away. What type of man wouldn't cry for his son passing away? And the words of Nancy Grace, Nolan Wells' friends that seem to be now your friends. Officer Tater said that he doesn't wake up black. And he also agrees with Charlie Kirk that black people were better because of slavery. Not recognizing he would be a Negro in the field with the rest of us. So that doesn't even deserve a live, because hell, he is who he is. But the reason why Stephen A. Smith deserves a live is because of the simple, dimple fact that you said to Mike Wilbon that you have transitioned out of being a traditional journalist and now you're a commentator, but yet you're big mad that the National Association of Black Journalists have an opinion on you, but yet you can have an opinion on everybody else. Let's keep going.
Without further ado, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Let's get it.
Did you miss me? Oh yeah, I'm here. You know something? As you sit around and watch what's transpiring, you see the people in here. You see everybody up in here. We in Chicago, Illinois, everybody. Home, the spot for the National Association of Black Journalists. My man Damian Woody and Kimberly Martin is in the house. I got Monica McNutt and Chanel Gumake in the house. Y'all know what I'm about to say, right? Holla at your boy!
Now, I will say this. Stephen A. Smith definitely knows how to make an entrance, right? And I have to tell you something, Stephen A. I know what you said of that you wouldn't do road shows without Shannon Sharp. But brother, let me tell you something. What I would do, since you got that power at ESPN, I would say, hey, listen, First Take in studio Monday through Thursday, but Fridays, we live on the road, baby. I mean, come on. Because there's nothing like the power of a live audience. And I think that ESPN sometimes, they doubt their own energy. Now, of course, every ESPN show can't have a live studio audience for it. But if you put First Take in a studio with a live audience, like The View has a studio, Chamber Hall has a studio, I think people would show up. And I think Stephen A. Smith will actually love that interview because he wouldn't be so encapsulated. But that's just me. Let's keep going.
Okay, so he thought everything was all sweet and cute, at first take. And we know we've been calling Stephen A. Smith out a lot. If y'all seen on my videos, I counsel him a lot. In this video, y'all, I'm going over his protege that they trying to push now to attack FBA. And we're going to go over how Stephen A. Smith is done. Put a fork in him. Okay, we've been knew that he has no influence over the culture anymore. But check out how he feels about his presence from the National Association of Black Journalism. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man.
The National Association of Black Journalists gives Stephen A. Smith the Thumbs Down Award for his recurring public pattern of disparaging public commentary directed at prominent Black women across politics, sports, and media. And then Stephen A. Smith goes on to say, this is the epitome of Christmas arriving early. The NABJ wants to call folks out. Fine, you had your turn. Now mine is coming. And make no mistake, I'm coming. Let's see who really deserves a thumb down award when it comes to the Black community. After I say my piece, remember NABG, you asked for it. I've shut my mouth for years.
Now he's gonna say that he got something to say about the Black community, right? I'm seeing a lot of slander people got, just like that Earn Your Leisure guy. I was gonna drop something on him. I was a little late on it, but why are people getting to a point where they done got to a point where they feel like they can disrespect the lineage? It's beyond me. We're going to have to start putting them in their place. More cancellations is coming soon, y'all, because we ain't putting
by the way,
y'all know how.
Now y'all start something. Is the end of that statement from Stephen A. Smith.
We do. Water Gang, I appreciate
Now
it.
y'all started something. And it's like, it's so crazy how out of touch Stephen A. Smith is in 2026, because he really thinks that he still represents the Black community in a good way or something. Like, everyone looks at you as a fucking coon, Stephen A. Smith. Like, you have sold out so bad, and it's just like, you have tarnished your legacy, because in the early 2000s, Stephen A. Smith used to actually have credibility, and he wasn't this big of a fucking Tom. I don't know what happened to this man in the last, 15 years or whatever, but, he has gone into the fuck.
Hold on. We don't use Tom as, Sambo. Tom is the good dude. We got to get it straight. So y'all got to be more in touch. We don't call people Tom. All right. That was, they flipped it on the community, but let me let him go.
Sunken place. And it's like, he thinks people just hate him, but nobody respects you either, Stephen A. Smith. That's where you have it fucked up, and you're so delusional in your own world, thinking like you're this big prominent figure, and everyone you think you're more important than NBA players and shit like that. You have been delusional for far too long. People like you are gonna get your humbling, and it's just we know what you're going to say, and no one cares because you are anti-Black as fuck.
All right, y'all. So now we gonna show you.
So shout out to That Guy TV and that brother right there. It's interesting when he says, now y'all want to start something. Stephen A., you always start something. So why can't others? You always start something. Why can't others? You always start something. Why can't others? People love your daughter more than you. Your daughter came on Flamed You, and they want her to be bigger than you. I can't hear nobody. So now let's get into this report from, I knew this was going to happen. It's all good. From Front Office Sports, Stephen A. Smith vows to fire back after NABJ thumbs down award. The National Association of Black Journalists called out the pundit for a pattern of disparaging commentary. So right here, as you can see, Stephen A. Smith was the recipient of an unflattering honor at the National Association of Black Journalists NABJ convention in Atlanta this weekend. at the NABJ Salute to Excellence dinner Saturday night. Smith was presented with a thumbs down award. The organization accused the sports and political pundit, more of a sports pundit than a political pundit, of a recurring pattern of disparaging commentary directed at prominent Black women across politics, sports, and media. Now, of course, I have the full article here, so give me a moment as I get that up for you all. Child, listen. All right. Let me just zoom it up. All right, here we go, everybody. Stephen A. Smith vows to fire back after NABJ's thumb down award. The National Association of Black Journalists called out the pundit for a pattern of disparaging commentary. Stephen A. Smith was the recipient of an unflowering honor at the National Association of Black Journalists NABJ convention in Atlanta this weekend at the NABJ Salute to Excellence, or Black. This should be NABJ Salute to Black Excellence dinner. Okay, just give it a buck there. Saturday night, Smith was presented with a thumbs down award. The organization accused the sports and political pundit, like I said, more sports pundit than political pundit, of a recurring public pattern of disparaging commentary directed at prominent Black women across politics, sports, and media. Such commentary reinforces harmful narratives, undermines the fair and respectful representation of Black women in public discourse, and stands in direct conflict with NABJ's long-standing commitment to accurate, responsible, and inclusive portrayals of Black communities and unidentified voice narrated over the public address system at the dinner. Smith responded to the slight on X Twitter, vowing a lengthier reaction to come. Ooh, Lordy. Lord. It is almost time for the end of First Take, so I don't know if he actually did it on First Take, but just wait until he does it on his YouTube channel show, the Stephen A. Smith Show, and on his radio show, the Stephen A. Smith Show, on Sirius XM, right? Or he may do it later on this week, because he has one day a week where he just says what needs to be said, so he'll probably do that on Shooter, right? This is the epitome of Christmas arriving early, Smith wrote. The NABJ wants to call folks out. Fine, you had your turn, now mine is coming. Make no mistake, I'm coming. Really, you coming, Stephen A? Okay, all right. I mean, that's what he said, that, he's coming. All right. Give me a moment, y'all. Stephen A., what do you want to say here, sir?
I've been coming. I'm going to continue to come. Skip's been coming. He's going to continue to come. And people just need to get over that.
All right.
I've been coming. I'm going to continue to come. Skip's been coming. He's going to continue to come. And people just need to get over that.
Go ahead. Get all.
I've been coming. I'm going to continue to come. Skip's been coming. He's going to continue to come. And people just need to get over that. I've been coming. I'm going to continue to come. Skip's been coming. He's going to continue to come. And people just need to get over that. I've been coming. I'm going to continue to come. Skip's been coming. He's going to continue to come. And people just need to get over that.
Thank you very much, Stephen A. Smith. We're glad to know that you're going to continue, that you're going to continue to come. Right there. Thank you for that, good sir. Let's see who really deserves a thumb down award when it comes to the Black community after I say my piece. Remember, NABJ, you asked for it. I shut my mouth for years. Now y'all start something. Smith did not immediately respond to an email seeking further comment. NABJ President Aaron Haynes and Vice Presidents Walter Smith Randolph and Roland Martin. That Roland Martin, yes indeed, did not respond to an inquiry asking about specific examples of Smith's disparaging commentary. The process for determining the thumb down recipients for what has changed since last year when Smith hosted ESPN's First Take at the NABJ convention at the NABJ conference in Cleveland and also in Ohio. Last fall, Smith took issue with Texas U.S. Representative Jasmine Crockett's communications, saying she's an educated, brilliant Black woman representing 750,000 people, who is engaging in verbiage and rhetoric for the streets. And Stephen A. Smith, you're one to talk. Martin, the NABJ official and former CNN contributor, castigated Smith for the remarks. Smith later apologized for comments last November. Smith also had a public dispute with his former colleague, ESPN colleague, Kerry Champion. And also, too, he's gotten into it with Jamel Hill from time to time as well. Nevertheless, the decision to pick a fight with Smith at the NABJ dinner was polarizing. Amisha Cross, Democratic strategist and media pundit, tweeted, "Damn, I was at that dinner. The entire room knew this would go left. I have my thoughts, but I'm going to wait to see how this plays out." I think NABJ rather wanted to trend again because that was messy for no damn reason. I left the awards dinner, which was otherwise a ceremony to dedicated to great journalism across multiple regions and descended into petty cross-team. Other recipients of the NABJ's Thumb Down Award Saturday included the Washington Post, CBS News, and FCC Chairman Brendan Racist Carr. Oh, I'm sorry. Racist Czar. My bad. That's the actual name. It was a slip of the tongue. So, you know, it's quite interesting, man, of what's going with Stephen A. Smith. I don't think that this is surprising at all. You have the right to be able to say what's on your mind, but that does not mean that what you say does not hold weight. You have to recognize whether you sit high, or you look low, or you sit low and you look high. We all got to be responsible for not only what we create, not only for how we create, but how people connect to what we create as well. So, oh my Lord, Jesus. Like I said, Stephen A. Smith will be having a response a little bit later on, probably sometime today. I'm sure of it. And then, of course, you know, Roland Martin, he has his show, Roland Martin Filter. So I'm sure he'll be discussing it because it is a topic and he is in the articles. So, you know, the words of Roland Martin, if you do good, I'm going to talk about you. If you do bad, I'm going to talk about you. But either way, I'm going to talk about you. So, yes, indeed, there. So, we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break. And then we'll be back with more. And we have a good news story for y'all. Very good one. We'll be back right after this. We are live on tour. Like, comment, share, subscribe. We'll be back right after this. Roll it.
Lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies. Pray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Pray lonely's got the soul to show you. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. and flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul, where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus Media Station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where I'm from.
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams. Power 923 Jams.
Welcome to Copeland's. Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's, there's always something good. Welcome to Copeland's. Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out. In fact, there's no occasion too big, or if you like, too small. Copeland's, there's always something good. Welcome to Copeland's. Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big night out.
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my best I knew. I come from your face. Our son is your son.
Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got.
I'll see that. Don't you leave here to go for happiness. I want you to leave here to show.
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my best I knew. I come from your face.
Our son is your son. Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got.
I'll see that. Don't you leave here to go for happiness. I want
to the music of Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny.
Welcome to Copeland's. Copeland's is not just some fancy place for your big...
Sweet morning dew, one look at you, and it was plain to see you were my destiny. I come from nothing. Our son is your son.
Welcome to the celebration.
We all we got. I'll see that.
Don't you leave here to go for happiness.
I want you to look at the show.
I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it. McDonald's. I'm loving it.
I love you so much. I had to tell you thrice. Welcome back to the Brainley's virtual tour live. Let's have all you here. It's time for your positive news story of the day, and this one is a good one, everybody. From Black Enterprise Magazine, blackenterprise.com. Here we go, everybody. Malcolm Jamal Warner, who should still be here with us for damn sure. A settlement has been reached in Malcolm Jamal Warner's estate. Let me say that two more times. Settlement reached in Malcolm Jamal Warner's estate. One more time. Settlement reached in Malcolm Jamal Warner's estate. Pamela Warner says she remains hopeful that all parties will support the resolution. Let's get into it. Malcolm Jamal Warner's mother has reached a proposed settlement with representatives for the late actor's 9-year-old daughter amid an ongoing legal dispute over his estate, TMZ reports. Pamela Warner told the outlet that she reached an agreement with her granddaughter's guardians over the child's inheritance. The proposed settlement still requires court approval. Warner's widow, Tanisha Warner, did not appear to participate in the negotiations. Pamela Warner said she remains hopeful that all parties will support the resolution. Under the agreement, Warner's daughter will receive the majority of the remaining trust and estate according to the publication. The settlement would also cover the child's college tuition. Pamela Warner denied allegations that she tried to prevent her granddaughter from receiving financial support. Recent claims that Pamela sought to prevent her granddaughter from receiving financial support are untrue. She said Pamela Warner also said her son was thoughtful and deliberate in his estate plan to include all his loved ones. She acknowledged that his trust was divided among herself, his father, and his sister, but said the actor made separate financial provisions for his wife and daughter. The proposed settlement comes as Pamela Warner and Tanisha Warner remain involved in a separate legal dispute over the actress' estate. Tanisha Warner filed a civil complaint on July 20th in DeKalb County Superior Court in Georgia, alleging breach of contract and is seeking approximately $1.28 million from her mother-in-law. The complaint alleges the money is owed under the couple's premarital agreement and other financial obligations. According to the complaint, Warner agreed to maintain a $1 million term life insurance policy, naming his wife as the sole beneficiary. Tanisha Warner also alleges that he agreed to make annual contributions to her Roth IRA and pay her $16,000 for each wedding anniversary and provide a monthly salary for her work as his chief of staff. Tanisha Warner has said her husband intended to replace an estate plan created in 1996 but died before completing a new one. Warner, best known for playing Theo, Huxtable rather, on The Cosby Show, passed away July 20th, 2025 at the age of 54 years old. Gone, #too soon, in an accidental drown while vacationing in Costa Rica. The proposed settlement involving his daughter does not resolve Tanisha Warner's separate claims against the estate, but at least the daughter is taken care of. And at the beginning and end of the day, when someone passes away, if there's a child involved, the child should be the main priority. Amen, somebody? Amen. And with that being said, I'm going to turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. Y'all, tonight is part 2 of the Roa reunion. Of course, we'll be talking about that here at 6 o'clock tonight. You guys know that I do that for many reasons. One, as the beat goes on, as they say, it's important that you recognize that you do what you want to do, right? Like right now, actually, Empire is recapping the show. But of course, Empire can move like that because he has an audience like that. Me, on the other hand, the audience is usually at home during 6 o'clock, and so we reflect where the audience is. But also, too, Empire and me do different styles of content, right? I cover media, culture, entertainment. He covers entertainment and pop culture. He gets into, serious news here and there from time to time, but it's more entertainment based, which there's nothing wrong with that. I think we're more of the Roland Martin for everybody else. Yes, it is. So, with that being said, one love, much love, all love. I feel the love is in the right back to you. Like I said, check out that Villains Land conversation, please, y'all. Such a great conversation. If you are a Disney fan and you love the villains, I promise you, Spindlewood Station, the village rather, of Spindlewood Station, is going to be your delight. I promise you. One love, much love, all love. I feel love. And I'll send it right back to you. See you a little bit later on tonight, 6 o'clock, for Roa Reunion Part 2 review after show. Bye, everybody. Love y'all. Bye.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you, and you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now, they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the band.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap.
But there is one thing we do get to choose
Every single day. What we eat.
Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment.
We have everything you want. Didn't know you wanted. And some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
I've been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. I have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content. have been moving on my own accord, covering Black culture. There is more to life. I heard that, friend. Braylon, shout out to Braylon. Make sure y'all go follow Braylon in case y'all haven't. I love your content.
Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child, Braylon been over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time.
Power 923 Jams and the Arkansas Minority Health Commission encourages you to take the COVID-19 vaccine to help keep you and your loved ones safe. Involved in our community, the People Station, Power 923 Jams. KIPR Pine Bluff, Little Rock, KFOG, Little Rock, a Cumulus media station. And now, back to the jams. Hip-hop. Drake.
Girls want girls where I'm from. Yeah, well, girls want girls where
R&B. J. Howell.
Just 'cause I love you and you love me.
And now, bumping back-to-back continuous music with another fresh new jam. Heard here first on the People Station, Power 923 Jams.